We're at a Hindu temple. We're going to go in there and evangelize. Come with us, man. It's about to be crazy. We're going to expose some darkness. Let's get it.
Okay. So this weirdo back again. Now apparently he's just walking up into other cultures' temples and telling them that they're demons. You know, he's exposing the demons or whatever. My goodness. I just couldn't imagine if the tables were turned, if somebody walked up into his church and behaved like this. But this is going to be the cringiest thing you're ever going to see. So, get ready for this, because it's going to be rough. But yeah, we're going to get into it. I am Brentley. This is the Punk Apostate. Let's go. All right. So this is Richard Lorenzo. He's an asshat. He goes up he goes to random places that don't believe exactly his specific religion. And then he starts, shaming them and try to tell them that they're all worshiping demons. Most of the time he goes to like witchcraft stuff, which whatever. But like the problem is a lot of times he thinks stuff is witchcraft stuff when it's just other cultures. So here we go.
Man, look at that right there.
Yeah, look at that, bro.
Looks like a pyramid.
You know what pyramids do? They house demons.
Reminds me of the Bible, man, when they would rise up altars onto false gods. We're about to go into the temple now. We had to actually take off our shoes. So
wow, that's he's kind of pissed about that. I'm showing respect. To gods that are demons. Here I am respecting demons for Jesus. You better be happy with this, Jesus, because I'll look at me taking my shoes off for these idiots and everything. God,
you guys can see some more statues. I just want to preach the gospel. Man, come on, that looks like a street.
And go to church, man. Go to your church. Go to your church and allow people to invite their friends to you. Bring them to you, man. Don't go to other temples and stuff. What are you doing?
Demon, bro.
Jesus.
Look at all these different gods. You got Sir Valley, Sir Morangan, Sir Divinia. All these different gods, man.
Is it the Sir part that messes them up? He's like, they should not be called sirs. I don't like that. They should be called Jesus. That's it.
Look at all these altars. The Bible is very clear about this. Look at this guy.
Yeah, the Bible basically told them that you could go in and just own the heathens that surround you. I know, it's crazy. It's almost as if that book is insane.
That guy looks satanic. Look at the eyes.
Those are demon eyes if I've ever seen any. You know what I mean?
Spirits they've seen.
Way too beady. I don't like the beady eyes right there.
I had encounters with them. They made idols onto these demonic spirits. Look, it doesn't even look holy or even peaceful. Look at
it doesn't even look like peaceful and stuff. Okay, now you're just digging. Aren't they like supposed to be into like yoga and stuff? It doesn't even look peaceful. Look at that one. Yeah, it's got that one's like colored black. Cause that's freaky. I don't like it.
These gods, they worship an elephant.
You worship an undead carpenter ghost that you think lives inside of you and that you pretend to cannibalize. You don't get to say anything like this, dude.
This is Sri Siddhi.
At least elephants are real.
I don't even know how to pronounce this, man. This is crazy. This is literally what the Bible says. The Bible says that
it's like the least crazy thing that you can't pronounce that. I'm sorry, but like you clearly understand zero anythings about this culture and this religion. So just, I can't even say some of the words. That's how satanic it is, bro. The demons like are the words that you can't say. That means it's a demonic word. Okay.
Many will serve false gods, many different gods. You read from the Old to the New Testament, people are always...
Yeah, other cultures have kind of existed since the beginning of time, man.
Looking for more and more gods because they don't have an encounter with the true living God. And I can say this personally, going through...
No, buddy. You have had what you think is an encounter with clearly the wrong God. Now, you've just been encountering a bunch of Hindu gods and you just didn't know it. You just didn't know it because your culture is different. So that's what you...
Yeah, myself. I was seeking and serving other gods, trying to figure it out until I met Jesus. Look at that. Whole bunch of elephants.
Look how quiet he is, man. He's like, I actually don't want to be too upsetting because I kind of feel like what I'm doing is pretty crappy. It is. I'm sorry. I almost, I'm trying not to swear as much at it. So it's going to... Give me a couple episodes before I feel normal again.
It's a whole shrine of elements. I think they're out there doing a ritual.
Shrine to like elephants and stuff, man. Who does that? Who does that? They're all like big and like they got tusks and stuff. Tusks are kind of evil, man. They're like big, weird buck teeth or something, man.
Well, literally doing a ritual.
Oh my gosh, they're doing a Satan ritual. Look at them wearing like their robes and stuff and everything, bro. This is like evil. It's because look how dedicated they are to like their evilness.
Look, we got some more gods over here.
Yeah, Hindu has a lot of gods. I don't know what you want, man. Maybe research a thing or two before you go walking into people's temples and saying how evil they are. They got a lot of gods. Honest.
More gods. Dumb idols. The Bible talks about this.
Did you just say dumb idols? Hold on. Dumb, stupid idols that are just so dumb. Look how dumb they are. The skin's too white. It's too white. There's no skin like that. It's like porcelain or something. Who has porcelain skin? Nobody. That's who.
Look, we got some more gods over here. Some more gods. Dumb idols. The Bible talks about this.
Dumb idols. Go get out of their temple, man. This is so disrespectful. It's unbelievable. He's just going, look how weird this is, man. Look how weird their dumb idols are. It's like, Jesus. They got like a white one and a black one over here on the same table. Just, but that's dumb.
God hates polytheistic worship. He hates it.
Wow.
He hates this.
Why? Well, that's so weird. What's your God's problem, man? Look, can he relax? Okay, it's not a big deal. It's really not.
Does that even look peaceful?
It doesn't even really look peaceful. Maybe it's a god of war. Look, you know nothing about these people, dude. Like maybe it's not a peaceful god. Maybe that's why.
Someone's literal head is in the hands of this god.
It's a war. I think this is a war god. If I were to put money down, my money would be on war god. But yeah,
that's crazy.
Not really. It's pretty normal. It's actually older than your weird religion where you pretend to cannibalize an undead carpenter ghost that you think lives inside of you. I just want to keep that in the forefront of everybody's mind while he's wagging his finger at all of these dumb idols. He worships an undead carpenter ghost. Okay, an undead carpenter ghost on a stick. Okay,
looks like Jezebel herself. Sir Drug.
Yeah, a few more hands than Jezebel had. I think Jezebel was lacking in the hand department and arm department, according in comparison to this young lady.
Durga. This is Jezebel herself, bro.
It's not. I don't think it has anything to do with that. Her breasts aren't even exposed, dude. I'm pretty sure they have like something that would be considered closer to Jezebel, but that's not it. That would be their. You probably have to blur out their breasts because it's just too explicit for your audience there.
God,
your heads will pop.
Do they worship? How do you remember all this? How you doing? Nice to meet you. My name is.
How do you remember all this? How do you remember anything you believe, dude? I don't know. They kind of think it's sort of important to remember it. It's sort of the whole thing. That's sort of the point of religion.
Richard.
Hi, my name is Bhavin. I'm a priest, Hindu priest.
Oh, you're a Hindu priest?
Yes.
Wow. So I want to talk about karma. Do you believe in karma?
Yes, yeah.
So I had a question. So for example, if you believe in karma, right? Let's say
It's like I am the camera. Like, okay, what's this all about? I don't think he's here to talk about karma. I have a feeling he's not going to talk. This is just an icebreaker. I think.
I'm 40 years old and I marry a 6-year-old.
Oh God, he's the same age as me. What? Wow.
Girl, because my religion tells me it's okay.
I don't know why I thought he was like 7. He just grew in a beard or something. I just feel like he's got to be half my age. There's no way. Anyway.
Is that bad or good?
Personally, I'm believing is wrong.
Who defines that? Because in Islam, right? In Islam, they believe that it's okay to marry 6-year-old girls, 9-year-old girls. They're doing it right now. And
now you're talking crap about Islam to a Hindu as if they're supposed to give a crap. Like, I don't. What are you expecting? He's like, yeah. Muslims, man. I don't know. What are you doing here? What is your point? I thought we were talking about karma, right? It's the 9-year-old. I don't think we do that. Is that what I don't know what you're asking.
Iran and Iraq, they passed a law. Is there anything written down like karmic laws? Is there laws written down in a book that we can study to know what's good and what's bad?
Man, they did like this is like you can do.
Man did it.
Yeah, not
But
like God.
but do you have like a book? Is there a book on that?
No.
So then karma is just whatever you believe.
Yes.
Okay. And then another question, the last one.
What was the question? I'm so confused. Like, it's like, is there a book? Hold on. I think I know what he's trying to ask. He's trying to ask, is there a book that says like this is how you treat people and this is how you don't treat people? And if you do the don't treating people stuff, then explain that weird. Then you're gonna have bad stuff happening to you. I'm explaining this like I'm 7. Now I think we switch stages mentally here all of a sudden.
And thank you, by the way. You're very nice. The last one is the Kundalini spirit.
Kundalini. Yes. Yeah.
Have you ever had an encounter, a spiritual encounter?
Yes, yeah.
And like, did you ever fall to the ground and like a snake?
Not snake. Like when you want to do like yoga,
Meditate.
No, we don't do the snake thing. I don't know what you're saying. What is he asking? Dude? You ever just like wiggle on the ground? You ever done that? Like a snake or a wiggler? I don't know. Just anything that wiggles.
and meditation.
I've seen videos and people, they start like a snake.
Yeah, sometime like our body, we have like some current, wire current, right? They give it like too much power. So then you on
Like a
our
snake.
body,
Like a snake.
our body is not like power taking, right?
He keeps on going like a snake. Yeah, like a snake. Like when you get too much power. That's what I was saying. I was trying to say the snake thing because it's it's too much power. Jeez Louise, the hell is going on? Hey, how we doing, everybody? There are no coincidences. But if you want to do coincidentally have some fun with marital aids, right? I gotta take the word AIDS out of that. That sounds bad. Like, I don't want people to think about that, right? Yeah, no, you can't be thinking about that stuff while I'm trying to sell adult toys. There we go. Adult toys. Okay. Yeah. So if you want some adult toys, go to adamandeve.com. Enter code word Brently. That's BRENTLY at checkout to get 50% off almost any one item. 6 free movies, 3 free gifts, and free shipping on the whole order. I think the only thing they don't like cover is like a giant swing that you install in your house. I think that's like it's like one of the only things that you can't get for 50% off. But adamandeve.com is America's #1 sex toy dispensary. Save yourself a trip to this store and get it delivered directly to your house. You don't have to have people driving by, seeing your car, taking pictures of your car, sending them to your mom and telling everybody that you're out there and asking them what you're doing there, maybe even putting it on Facebook. Probably they're putting it on Facebook now I think about it, with just tagging you and your mom and the rest of and grandma too probably. But you don't have to deal with all that, right? You can just have it sent directly to your house, and the packaging is discreet and it does come quickly. So can you. And go to adamandeve.com, enter that code word Brently at checkout, and get your butt some stuff. All right. If you want to support us, you can support us by supporting our sponsor, adamandeve.com, or you can do a bunch of other stuff, right? If you want to hit that join button, become a member, you get an extra live stream twice a month. Get an extra live stream just for members only. So it's a lot easier to get to all the comments, and we usually react to something slightly different. I think usually something kind of weird, right? Kind of weird and fun. But and also you can do if you want to become a patron, you got that patreon.com/Apostate. You can also email me if you like. If I get anything wrong or anything like that, you can do a cash app. My cash tag is Apostate, all one word. Anything helps. If you don't want the weekly or the monthly, whatever, coming out of your account, I totally understand that. But yeah, email me. Let me know if I got anything wrong or anything, and or maybe and let me know your deconstruction and deconversion stories. I like hearing that stuff. It's very interesting. You can also join the Discord. We got a Discord thing below, and you can follow me on all the socials. All the links will be below. Okay. But hey, the main thing is to stay logical, loving, skeptical, and compassionate. And we will see you next time.